So now there's evidence coming out that it turns out that the Biden administration took control of Donald Trump and Vice President Pence's phones. And then afterwards, we're trying to get a search warrant to look into that further to find evidence to try to get Trump on any sort of lawfare crime that they were able to find. Now, I've long said that the real problem with what was going on here was that we had an administration that was using lawfare to go after their opponents. And the defense that was given, oh, but there's no evidence that Biden personally ordered that. Well, I'm not worried about Biden. I'm worried about the person behind the auto pen, if you know what I'm talking about, because I've long knew that Biden wasn't making these decisions for the bulk of his administration. He was basically, unfortunately, suffering from cognitive decline that meant that it was actually the people behind the scenes that were running the show. The real problem with our system and the real corruption isn't Joe Biden. It's not Barack Obama. It's not Hillary Clinton. It's not any one individual. It's the fact that we have an establishment that actually is unelected bureaucrats, their wealthy donors, and other people in cultural institutions that are really shaping the culture and politics of our country. It doesn't matter if a president like Trump comes in. Remember the first impeachment of Trump when you had all of these people from the State Department saying Trump went against, quote, our foreign policy. You remember when Chuck Schumer said that Trump, the head of the executive, couldn't criticize the FBI because they would find 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at him. That's the real truth. That's the real power in Washington and the real corruption. The unelected bureaucrats behind the scenes that are really running the show. So the argument that was given by the people that were defending the lawfare against Trump was, well, there's no evidence that Biden personally ordered it, and so therefore it's okay. The implication there is, well, if the person running the country is directing his law enforcement to go after his opponent, that would potentially be a problem. But because we don't have a direct written statement from Biden saying he did that, then it's all good. But I would contend that they know that there's a problem with that, which is why they want to defend it by saying, well, Biden himself didn't order it. Yes, they see the problem with the people in charge using lawfare to go after their opponents. But the truth is, that's exactly what happened. Because it wasn't Biden in charge. It was the bureaucrats behind the scenes. And their opponent was Donald Trump, as they showed in his first term, that was someone that they couldn't stand because, like Chuck Schumer said, they were going to find 6 ways of Sunday to get back at him because he was seeking to usurp their power. Yes, the duly elected president that's supposed to be in charge of these executive agencies is actually just someone that exists behind their scenes at the whims of these unelected bureaucrats. So this cell phone story further entrenches what we've already known, that the people that were really running the country under the Biden administration were the ones that were weaponizing law enforcement to go after their opponent. That's why I support Trump and Doge and hope that they get to the bottom of all this corruption, not just outing it, but holding people criminally accountable.